Today's lesson is inspired by our island story. And in chapter 6, they talk about using parchment paper. And how did they get the parchment paper? They used animal skin and they would soak it and they made these big frames and they would stretch it. And they'd have to scrape off the hair from the animal skin, and once it dried, then it would turn into, it was very thin, and it was like a paper they could write on. So let's draw this for our story today. You'll need pencil, crayons, a colored pencil, and of course your paper. So let's draw this story. Paper, my pencil, my eraser, and my crayons. And I will be using this marker so you can see better my drawing. Let's start up here to the top. Let's come down a little way, put a dot, and then I'm going to come down here and put a dot the same distance. And I'm making a twig. And notice it's not straight. I did this on purpose because I want to show how imperfect their frames were, because they just didn't have the tools or the resources yet to make them the way you saw in that first picture that I showed. Dot and dot, and then we'll match. Come back up. Okay, now I'm going to go behind, and then another one parallel to it behind it, and then come out on the sides. So it looks like it's behind. Same thing at the bottom. Two lines and then go behind it. There. Now let's draw the rope that is going to connect and hold these twigs or logs together. And I just colored a big X because this signifies the rope that attached it. Now, let's draw our animal skin inside of it. And it's going to be scalloped. It's going to be curvy. So I'm going to start up here at the top. There. And what we'll do before we go further, I want to show you how we're going to stretch this. I'm going to take this one. It's got a rope at the end. And I'm going around and then back to show that that is being held by that rope, by that log. Going around and then back. This is how they stretched it. So you'll know how many to make on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Is this about all I can fit? There. Now we'll continue to do this to show it being stretched. It's important to show how that's behind. Draw over and curve it and stop, and then attach it on the other side. Over, and then come underneath it like that. Over it, come behind. Over and come there. Now we've stretched the skin. Now what they had to do once it was on there is they had to soak the skins. I assume they soaked it in water. They soaked the skins. We'll put an S on that. And they stretch on frame. They scrape skin with a knife to get all the hair and the yuck off of the skin and stretch until thin. Now that is a lot, boys and girls, I wrote on there. So I'm going to put a little dot to show the first one, another dot to show the second one, third dot, and a fourth dot. And they use calf, goat, or sheepskin. So let's write that up here. Calf, comma, goat, or sheep skins. And we made parchment paper. There, it's not very pretty, the paper I'm sure that they made. Now let's color and shade and kind of make it more realistic looking. I'm going to go behind the log here and make this look very dark behind it. And then I'm going to go, I'm using a circular motion and getting it lighter as I pull it out. See how that looks like it's behind it? It gives it a little bit of contrast. And we're going to do that on all four corners. Now I'm going to use my brown crayon and I'm just going to blend in with the black. Because I wanted to show the contrast. When it's behind, it's darker. Now I'm going to use my brown crayon and I'm just going to blend in with the black. Because I wanted to show the contrast. When it's behind, it's darker. I'm not happy with something, I can use my black crayon and shade over a little bit longer. There. Same way at the bottom, you will use your brown crayon and then I have to use my black again to shade very lightly. There. And you will do the same with the other two sticks that are in the front. I'm going to get darker on the sides and then lighter in the middle. When you make it darker on the sides, it shows a more of an in-depth. It's more round. Okay, and you'll do the same on this side. Now let's look at our skin. I'm going to get dark on the side, on the outsides of it, and get lighter as I pull it in. Oh, I'm sorry, the camera is shaking the table. I'm sorry. You can see how I'm getting darker here on the sides, and then lighter as I go in. Now I want to show that it's not perfectly straight. So I'm going to draw a line up like that, and I'm going to get really dark and then lighter as I pull it out. Same way here, I'm going to make another stretch, and I'm going to get dark underneath or below it, behind, at the bottom, and then get lighter as I pull it out. And this is to show that it's being stretched of all the wrinkles and this extra skin, because we want to get it tight so it can create the thin paper. I'm going to put in a little bit of yellow to just highlight. I can do that. See the contrast there, how you can highlight? Then I'll go back and I'll blend my colors together. There. Now, boys and girls, you can see how I did it, and you can complete your skin. I don't want to bore you with my coloring. You know how to color very well. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can join me with the next Our Island story.